Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is the fullness of joy, and at thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. So the question today becomes, where are we in the path of life? Is this scripture a testimony of our lives? Do we find our feet holding securely to the path of life, in which peace and joy that he mentions here dwells? Most of us here today are here because of a significant choice that we made. We could have been elsewhere. We could have been doing many other things. The choice was made a long time ago. But there was a time when we came to a fork in the road and saw one way. It was narrow. The other way was wide and had a lot of traffic on it. But we made a choice, and we're here on that narrow path. And Matthew 7, verse 13 and 14 tells us some good wisdom here. Enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So, because narrow is the gate, I'm going to paraphrase it in a different way because I like this portion, and it says, because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. You see, by making the right choice, we found the way that leads to eternal salvation. The abundant way of life. It was the condition of our heart that caused us to turn in the right direction. It was not something that you just toss a coin at, like you see at the ball games. Which side goes first? Who's going to lead? It's not something that you toss a coin. If it's heads, you go this way, or if it's tails, you go the other way. Many people are deceived about which way to turn because the other path has more traffic on it, but somehow your heart was prepared to find this narrow path. The problem we as Christians have, though, is that we are all like sheep that have a tendency to go astray from time to time, and we lose sight of the path that continually leads us in the direction of the Lord's mercy and fruitfulness. It is only as we stay on the straight and the narrow that we continually receive encouragement, refreshing, and strength to go on. So today, it seems a good idea to talk about two conflicting paths that we Christians face. Now, some people today are running the race of life with zeal, vigor, and vitality. Some bearing fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Others are tired and disillusioned. Those who are running with zeal and fervency are walking in victory because of a confidence that nothing can hold back. That confidence comes from God. Amen. So what's the difference? The difference is the path under our feet. The Bible tells us to ponder the path of our feet in Proverbs 4 and verse 26. It says, ponder the path of your feet, and let all your ways be established. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. See, as Christians, there are two paths that we continually come into contact with, each and every day of our lives. One, let's call it the path of self-gratification. And the other is the path of self-denial. Which path do we find ourselves in on most often, And which path is your life being shaped by? That's the question. It depends which one you spend most of your time on. The choices we make each day of our lives determine which path we spend our time in. In you endeavor to walk in the spirit of the path of life, there is a continuous struggle between spirit and the flesh. You see, it is therefore very difficult to ponder the path of your feet. And Paul discovered this. And he said to the Galatians, in Galatians 5 and verse 17, for the flesh lusteth after the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary to one another,